Dawson Rider Review.
Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Power Rangers Super Megaforce 4-inch figures Wave 2. These are just sort of very small, cheap, well I guess they're more cheaply made than cheap for the price they're charged for, figures in the 4-inch scale that have very limited articulation and are almost fixed posed. I originally only picked up the first wave out of curiosity, but decided to get the second wave because of, well, reasons. But this wave obviously includes Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, Super Megaforce Silver, and Robo Knight. Let's go ahead and take a very quick look at them. This will also be a pretty short review. You got Robo Knight here, and honestly, these figures in the second wave don't look too bad. There was parts of the last wave that I didn't think looked terrible, but from the front, these aren't atrocious. I mean, they're still pretty cheaply made figures, but they aren't the most, like, terrible thing. In fact, from the front, this almost just looks like the regular 4-inch articulated version. A little basic, but the paint is still okay on it. He only comes with the Robo Blade here, which is the standard, you know, gray weapon. The back is unpainted. The only articulation available is 360 arms. The legs can go back and forth, and his head can move. So very, very basic. But with this one, definitely go for the 4-inch figure instead that's actually articulated. But he doesn't look atrocious. Like I said, I don't know why I'm using that word a lot, but it's not too bad. And he actually, just like standing here, looks like the 4-inch figure that we used to have. And then we have Mighty Morphin Red, which also doesn't look that bad. He's in this very odd fixed pose. As you can see, his articulation also just remains the arms, legs, and head. And it's almost like this very weird look to him, if you can see it. It's just kind of this strangeness. I'm not sure what it is. It's just a very weird proportions. You can see the back's not painted as well. I don't know. Like, it kind of looks neat to me, but at the same time, it also looks very strange. As you can see, the only weapon that he includes is the Power Sword, which has some nice sculpting details in there, but it's pretty much the standard. But given Mighty Morphin's very basic color scheme, it's pretty hard to mess him up, so I don't think he looks terrible, but there's certainly a lot of Mighty Morphin figure options beyond this, but not terrible. And then we have the Super Megaforce Silver Ranger, which the main reasons I bought this line was I wanted a Super Megaforce Silver Ranger in scale with my 4-inch Megaforce Rangers, and then I wanted a Robo Knight for my Robo Knight collection, and then Mighty Morphin came along for the ride. So that's primarily why I bought these. And I don't think that this Super Mega Silver Ranger figure looks that bad. I mean, there's obviously better ones out there. The 5-inch one that's yet to come out for me, well, yet for me to find included. But overall, he's not terrible. Very basic, yes. But just standing there with my other 4-inch Megaforce figures, he doesn't look that bad. And I was actually pretty impressed by how well the head sculpt was done. With a figure like this, I would expect them to easily live out some of that white trim. But overall, he's not that bad. Same articulation, the legs and the arms, and that's it. And then the head. And he does come with the Super Silver Spear. But yeah, he's not that bad. And overall, these figures are pretty cheap. They're very cheap. But they're not absolutely awful. I don't really recommend them, but they're not awful. That's a really weird verdict to get to. If you're like me and you do want a Super Megaforce Silver Ranger to go with your 4-inch figures, then I can recommend picking up that one because it doesn't look that bad. And overall, for like a quick kids purchase or some sort of, you know, random purchase, I don't think they're the most awful things in the world, but they're certainly not that good. But yeah, they're just not that bad, but I really can't recommend them unless you really want one for one reason or another. Like, for example, like I said, for my purposes of having a Silver Ranger to go with my regular Megaforce Rangers from last year, it works completely fine for me. But Robo Knight's pretty useless since there's already one of that scale, and MMPR figures are a dime a dozen. But anyway, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out the crazy podcast at writersrangersrambles.com. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.